Grab your notebook and a pen. We'll see Claw and Moose cousins. Here, your best is always cool. Come and learn at Overall School. Hello, I'm Mrs. Overall. Welcome to Overall School. Today we're going to use one hand to make movements to help us remember the sound that the letter A makes. Mrs. Overall, I have a question. Oh, hello, Claw. My question is, what makes you sneeze? What makes me sneeze? Well, yesterday, Mr. Overall and I went for a ride in the Jeep on dirt roads, and it was very dusty because we haven't had rain for a while, and the dust made me sneeze. Oh, do you have allergies? Well, I guess you could say that. I think dust makes most people sneeze. There are some people, though, that do have allergies. My grandgirls are allergic to cats. When they're around cat fur, they will sneeze because they are allergic. Oh. And when you sneeze, you say, ah, 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 achoo! Well, some people sneeze that way. If you're going to sneeze, though, you need to cover your sneeze so that your germs don't go everywhere. Some people sneeze into their elbows, ah, 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 achoo! Some people sneeze into a handkerchief, ah, 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 achoo! Some people sneeze, well, some people actually can stifle their sneeze, can stop their sneeze from happening if they put their finger right under their nose. There's like, you have to kind of touch it hard, but it'll stop you from sneezing sometimes. I thought you weren't supposed to touch your nose. Well, you're right. You need to keep your hands away from your face, but if you're gonna stop a sneeze and you can wash your hands right away, you can put your finger right under your nose and push a little bit. And then you get the ah, ah, ah part, but not the chew part, not all the wind coming out with the germs. Cool. Hey, could I wear that? Oh, yeah, sure. Now, some people wear a mask and it covers their mouth and their nose. So if they sneeze, the germs are mostly caught right there. Could I wear it? Well, sure. It's not really your size, but let me see. I'll put it on the cover. Oh, you know what? You have a problem. Because when you cover your mouth and your nose, that's pretty much all you have. Who turned out the lights? I tell you what, somebody's going to have to invent a mask for you, Claw. Yes. Well, hey, can I have with this? Oh, sure. You can point. Here's a capital A, and here's a lowercase a, and here's a nose, and there's a finger. Right. So when we're going to make the sound of the short A, we can put our finger right underneath it and say, ah, ah, ah. But we don't get to the chew. Cool. Why is this red? Oh, A is a little bit of a harder letter. It's called a vowel. And I have the vowels in red. Oh. So the vowels can make more than one sound. The short sound of A is ah, ah, ah. The long sound of A we'll be talking about later. It says its name. It says A. Oh, 2 sounds, even more than 2 sounds. But today we're going to be talking about the short sound of A. So watch me. Ready? Ah, 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 ah. Would you like to try it? Sure. Ah, 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 ah. Thanks. You're welcome. We just finished talking about the sound of the letter A, the sound of the short A that makes the ah, 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 ah sound. Hi, you need to get out of the way there, buddy. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. I did want you to remind me of this. He wanted to remind me to tell you that at the beginning of our lessons, we'll do some looking, like talking about catching that sneeze, that achoo, and we'll be doing some listening. And we've done that. We're going to continue to do that, to look and to listen to the sound that short A makes. So here we have short A with let's get our one hand and have our finger right under our nose for the short sound of A. Ready? Ah, 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 the ones that we've learned before now. We'll start with this, and we'll go back and forth and see how good you are at switching back and forth. S. T. Short A. S. T. Short A. Here we have an uppercase A and a lowercase a. The uppercase A is made of straight lines, but the lowercase a has a nice round part there. Let's see if I can make that on my board. Uppercase A is a slant, and then a horizontal line. A slant, and then a horizontal line. Lowercase a is nice and round with a straight part. So it's nice and round with a straight part. Well, we're going to sing the entire alphabet song with our uppercase letters. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now, with the lowercase letters, we're going to sing the alphabet song until we come to the letter A, and then we'll stop. What are you guys laughing at? Let's do it. You ready? A. That didn't take long, did it, guys? Because A is the first letter in the alphabet. That did not take long at all. Well, with the short A, can you think of anything that begins with that sound? Oh, yes, apple. Apple. There's an apple tree right over there. No apples on it yet. It's not the time for the fruit to be on the tree. But we have an apple tree right over there. How about another one? Oh, yes. Alligator. Yes. Those guys swim around in warm swamps. They're very interesting to look at. You want to stay far from them, though, and just in case they're thinking that it's snack time. I wouldn't want it to be you. And one more. Let's take one more. Ambulance. Yeah, it's not ambulance. It's ambulance. Ambulance is a vehicle, usually a van, that comes and takes people to the hospital if they need to go to the hospital. Sometimes if something goes wrong, your grown-up can just drive you to the hospital. But sometimes if it's an emergency, you have to call the ambulance. Right, ambulance. Does anybody have a name that begins with the sound, with the letter A? Oh, Anna. Anna, yes you do. Anna, would you like to be our helper today and make the pictures? Oh, you know what? I didn't even put the letter on the page yet. I need to do that. Here. Right up here. Uppercase A, lowercase a. So this is the page that we're going to make pictures on. Well, that Anna is going to make pictures on. Anna. So here, Anna. Oh, sorry. You got it. Thanks. While Anna makes the pictures, you can be making the pictures at home too. Mr. Overall will be playing some music for us for about 2 minutes. And then when we're done, Claw will be interested in seeing Anna's pictures. Go ahead, you can get started. Oh get started yet? I forgot, Anna. Thank you for reminding me. We didn't write her name down. You can get started in just a little bit here. Anna, your name begins with the letter A, and you have an uppercase A at the beginning of your name, then an, two N's. That's actually the word an, but you're Anna. So that A at the end sounds like like they call that a schwa sound. And it's one of the sounds that a vowel can make. So far, these have been our friends. Sam, Tom, Anna. Anna. Okay, now you can get started. Five, four, three, two, one, and done. The Moose Cousins are done. Anna has made some pictures. That's things that begin with the sound. Can you find an apple? And, an alligator? And, an ambulance. Yes, I see that now. You can put the sick person in the back and the driver in the front and some wheels. Yeah. Nice job. Claw wants to make something also that begins with that sound. All right, so let's see. What do you want to draw today that begins with Anaconda. Oh, that's a big word. 4 syllables. Anaconda. Yes. So, an anaconda is what?
It's a big snake that lives in South America.
Oh, okay. Can you draw a snake?
Yes.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, it's big, but it really looks like a string. Can you make its body, can you make a head and then put its body on there?
Yes, I can. I can try.
Okay, you can try. Make the head. And then see if you can, whoop, here, let me give you the marker again. going along that body pretty well. How about some eyes?
Okay.
Okay, now an anaconda, you said lives in South America.
Yes.
You know what? There's a river in South America that has anacondas. It's called the Amazon River.
Whoa. There's anaconda. Could you write that word down for me?
I could write that word down for you, yes. Let's try that. I have to put you down. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Anaconda. 4 syllables. I'll try to make it fit on here today. Is that schwa sound of A. On. Da. Another schwa sound of A, that sound. If you have an A by itself, we already learned that. It says or it can say A, but usually Anaconda.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here at Overall School, we write using something called Moose in a Box. When we can write, it helps us to read. When we can read, it helps us to write. Reading and writing are both sides of the same brick. Maybe some of you like to play in boxes. I like to play in boxes. The Moose cousins like to play in boxes. I have a big box. The Moose cousins take turns with a little box. When I get into the box, I pretend that I am a moose and that I'm also a letter. Let me see if I can show you. I'm getting my body into the box, my whole body. I can feel the top of the box with my head. I can feel the bottom of the box with my bottom. And there are sides to the box as well. But the top and the bottom are the lines that we're going to be using in our notebooks and on papers and on my whiteboard. A lot of letters are kind of small and they fit right inside here, like the lowercase a and C and E are smaller letters. They fit between the top line and the bottom line. When I pretend that I'm a moose with an antler, I stick my antler out of the box. And these are the taller letters. Antler letters like B and D and F are antler letters. Sometimes I have my leg hanging out. It's below the bottom of the box. And this would be a letter like G and J and P, Q, Y. We call those leg letters. So we have leg letters and box letters and antler letters. We make these letters on lines. I tried to make my whiteboard look like your notebook. Now, it's hard to tell sometimes which lines to use. So there's a pattern here. On the top line where the red and the black line come together, I make a dot. And then I make, connecting these two, that's the side of the box. So I have dot, box, dot, box, dot, box, dot, box, dot, box, clear down to the bottom. Now we're looking at the lowercase a. If you look carefully, you can see that here's the top of the box, here's the bottom of the box. It goes between those two lines. So this is going to be a box letter. And Anna is going to help me. I'm glad you have your comfy suit on here because you need to be comfy to be climbing in those boxes. This is going to be a box letter. Can you do that? Okay, go ahead in. I guess you're in the box. We can't see your antlers. We can't see your leg. But you're in that box. Okay, it's a box letter. You stay there, Anna, while I try to make the letter A, the lowercase a, with my pipe cleaner. If I can do it with a pipe cleaner, or you could use wire or a bread wire. If you can make it and with just one, then that means you can make it without lifting your pen or your pencil or your marker. I like to use pen, but marker shows up better, so the Moose cousins like markers. I should be able to fit that between the lines, between the box lines. So let's try that. We start at the top of the box. Anna can feel the top of the box. Nice and round, and then it comes straight up and straight down. Some people like to make it rounder. They start a little bit below the line, and they make it rounder and then come straight up and straight down. That's not my favorite way to do it. Sometimes, before I knew how to make a letter A, I would make it too tall. I would make it a little bit of an antler letter. Sometimes, if I'm not careful where I stop, it looks a little bit like a leg letter. I'm not sure whether that looks like a G or a Q. So you try your best. Anna, come on out. Come on, come on. You and I are going to make some letter A's as soon as we do our box line pattern. Just a few to get started. I think they might be remembering this. Dot, box, dot, box, dot, box. That's enough for now. Okay, I'll make the first one. The A is going to start at the top of the box, go around and up and down. You don't have to lift. Go ahead. You make 5, and then you can look right here. And Anna will do the same thing. Go ahead. Oh. So you're finished with the first line? Okay. Now we're going to look at your letters, see which one is your favorite, and then in the second line, the second time we write it, we're going to try to make every one of them just as good as our favorite one, maybe even better. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and circle your favorite one, Anna. Here, we'll show them. Your favorite one was in the first row. The second row, there was some slanties and some ones that were antlers and one that wasn't touching the top of the box and one that looked like the number 9. That's all right. Practice makes progress. You have to be bad at something before you can be good at something. Yeah, okay. We're going to take a little break right now. If you want, you can continue to work on your letters. You can continue to work on your picture. You can make your dot box pattern to get ready for your writing. Or you can take a wiggle break with me. If you want to take a wiggle break, stand up. And let's take a big breath in and out. And in and out. And wiggle your hands. Wiggle your elbows. Roll your shoulders. Roll your neck, wiggle your body and your legs and your feet and all over. Then get your two hands. Two little hands go clap, clap, clap. Two little feet go tap, tap, tap. Two little fists go thump, thump, thump. Two little feet go jump, jump, jump. One little body turns around. One little friend sits quietly down. Okay, you ready to listen and think? I have the Moose Cousins here, and I want you to think about how many sounds there are in the word apple. Let's say it slowly. Apple. 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 3 sounds in apple. It actually is more than 3 letters, but there are just 3 sounds in apple. Apple. How about the word ant? I think it's fun to watch an ant walk. Tiny little things, 6 legs. Ant. 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 Or there's the person that is married to your uncle, and that's spelled with 4 letters, but it's still the same 3 sounds. Ant. How about am? I am happy that you're watching. Am. Am. Let's try it with imaginary cousins. Am. Am. How many did you come up with? Am. Am. 2. Well, guys, today I'm going to have you wear letter necklaces. First, we're going to figure out the sounds, and then I'm going to have you come up with them, and we're going to put some letter necklaces on you. How about the word at? We are at school. At. At. Oh, we know those sounds. At. So here, these are kind of beat up because I used them in my classroom with kids, but now I have them for you guys. At. At. Would you like to write that in the notebook? You guys stay up here, and I will help the cousins write that in their notebook. And you can write that in your notebook, and then we'll compare. Did yours look like theirs? At. I put the letters close together in the word because they do belong close together in a word, but not bumping. Their shoulders are almost touching, but they're not bumping. And you can see I continued my pattern down here. Dot, box, dot, box, dot, box, dot, box. So in case I want to do some more writing, I'm ready. Okay, we have at. You know, guys, if I say the word sat, there's an at hiding in that word. I just need another sound at the beginning. So now we have at, sat. You go ahead and write that on your paper or in your notebook, and I'll write it with the other cousins down here. Ready, guys? Does yours look like theirs? Sat. Thanks for helping, fellas. We've learned that the short sound of A makes the ah sound. A is a vowel, one of the toughest ones. So we are going to, always when we see a vowel, it's going to be red. We've only had one of the vowels so far, but there are 5 vowels. Let's say them. A, E, I, O, U. Again, A-E-I-O-U. Again, A-E-I-O-U. Again, A-E-I-O-U. That's all. And sometimes Y. Sometimes. Our sight words today, we could sound out with one-hand phonics. At. But that's going to be slow. We want to just memorize this word because we're going to see it hundreds and thousands and millions of times. We won't see Claus word millions of times, but it's fun to know it anyway. He wanted us to write down anaconda, that giant snake from South America. So when we get to this one, we'll know it's Claus word anaconda. We'll do the same thing. I'll count to 3 in my head, and then I'll say the word. See if you can beat me on this one. We'll start with this one. Anaconda. C. I. Tyrannosaurus. Look. At. The. At. Look. At. Anaconda. C. I. Tyrannosaurus. Look. See you next time at Overall School.
What's hairy and lives in South America and makes your uncle very nervous? An anteater!